Happy Wednesday to everybody. Primarily work third down situations I think is going to be critical in the game. You look at this team and they've done tremendous in pass rush, 10 sacks on the year in 3 games right now, and they're doing a great job of protecting the quarterback, almost 180 throws by them and only giving up 2 sacks. The other thing that we're preparing for, they are a 4-down team. If you look at them and what that means, if you look at them in 3 games, they've already gone for it on 4th down 11 times. So you really have to be able to play them as a 4-down team rather than it's not only third, but it's 4. So we got some extra third down work, especially on defense today. Injury-wise, we held out Austin Jackson just due to sickness. He should be back tomorrow. With that, I'll take any questions that you have.
On the third downs, was there one thing that you saw that was consistent in some of those breakdowns on 3rd and long, especially?
You know, in doing the breakdowns on them, it's really for them defensively. They do a variety of pressures, both 3-4 packages, 4-down packages, jam packages, which force you into man protection. They do a good job of mixing it up, and then they'll drop 8, they'll drop 9. So, really nice job by them of mixing things up each and every game. Offensively, they run what they run, and they run it really well. You know the passing concepts that are coming into the game. It's just being able to cover them, being able to be in the right place. You know, Coach Leach does a tremendous job on that little sheet of paper of having about 25, 30 plays and having his kids run them over and over and over again, and they're really good at the passing game, and the quarterback does a tremendous job of checking the ball down. You know, you look at their second leading receiver right now, and it's the running back. So they're very effective at staying on the field and then getting people off.
A game like Saturday, do you think maybe sometime you might be a 4-down team?
Well, I think that we've gone for it twice on 4th down and been unsuccessful, but we'll continue.
I'm thinking about the punting aspect of it.
No, I hope that improves, Dan. I'll be honest with you. I believe it will this week.
Is it a confidence issue, those guys, or?
I've seen them punt very well. I saw Reed have a good season last year, and right now I think that they had an off night. Really did, and it's one of those things where it's kind of like golf. That swing gets bad, and it's hard to fix. And they've done a nice job in the practices we've been out here the last 2 days.
How do you guys manage without having Porter in the first half?
Obviously, we have some, not to go into specific game plan, but we have packages that allow us to get other pass rushers on the field. Obviously, Porter is a guy that already has, I think, 3.5 sacks already on the year for us. So we'll be looking forward to getting him back in the 3rd quarter. But Clancy has put in some different pass personnel schemes to be able to get some pass rushers on the field.
On Sunday, you mentioned going back and rewatching all 3 of your games.
Mm-hmm.
Is that unique for you at this time of the year? And then what was your time schedule Sunday? What was the process of that?
It was just let the plane land, go take a shower, and then get into the office and start watching tape. And really diagnose the quarterback, what he's comfortable with. What we've done well in the run game on. Defensively, being able to, I basically was looking at our pass rush lanes because I thought we gave great pressure, got the quarterback off his spot, but kind of lost our pass rush lane, especially out on the edge to the quarterback's right side. So something that we got to fix with a right-handed quarterback coming up today. And then went through the special teams and made sure that it wasn't scheme or fundamentals of technique and coverage. It's just poor kicks, and I just wanted to make sure of that, and it turned out that way.
Was it out of the ordinary though for you to do that, to go back to?
No, usually I like to self-scout. I'm a film junkie. I love being a student of the game. That's why I spend the night up here. That light will be on till midnight again tonight, and you do all your head coaching responsibilities, and you finally get freed up after this practice, and I try to watch as much tape as I can from 7 to midnight, and I watch it until the film's watching me, and then fall asleep on the couch.
Was there a reason Brandon Peely didn't play defensively in the first half?
Yeah, he was late for a meeting. So we started the other kid.
Coach, what differences have you seen between last year's Washington State team and this year's team?
This year, like I said, I think it's I think the play of the quarterback really stands out to me. You know, I was such a huge fan of Luke last year. I thought he did such great things. I mean, obviously the all-time passer in our conference. And you thought there might be a drop-off, and there has been none. You know, the one thing I think Coach Leach has always done a good job of is finding a quarterback that fits his system, and he's found one. You know, he's found a kid that's dealing over 400 yards passing a game, that is 70% efficient in completion ratio, and is making great decisions and getting the ball out on time. I mean, it's staggering. I mean, to have 180 passes and only 2 sacks, that means your quarterback is getting it out. And that's the biggest thing that stands out to me, is how there has been no drop-off in that quarterback play.
Coach, with situational football, such as change of possession, with so many young players kind of confused with experienced players, is there a balance between trusting them on the field and then emphasizing certain things that you're trying to avoid or you're looking forward to get accomplished?
I've always found, and I've told our guys, you know, the only way our kids get better is them get experience in games, and you're always scared to put the young kid out as a coach. I remember being an assistant coach, remember being a coordinator, and just telling myself, hey, force yourself to put them out there, because the best learning is experience, and experience in live games. And sometimes they're going to fail, and sometimes they're going to succeed, but you're coaching them off tape, and the more they're out there, the more they're going to get comfortable. Pretty cool. I'll wait for a second. Don't see that every day. But I think the one thing that helps is being able to put guys out there, and it's been so neat to see you know, an Elijah Griffin really grow before our eyes. It's been really neat to see an Amon-Ra St. Brown grow. Even the kids that we redshirted last year, Hunter Echols getting out there and doing some things, Levi Jones getting out there and doing some things. You know, the only way that those kids can grow is by getting them out there and giving them game experience. Plus, it helps your older kids stay healthy.
I know it wasn't a conference game, but with the sack on Ellinger kind of in their end zone, was that a play you guys were able to submit or get any clarification?
You know, once they put it up to the booth, it is what it is. I mean, they checked it. It's what they believed, and they made a call. And sometimes it's going to go your way, sometimes it's not. You know, we're on the road in a different conference, and that happens sometimes. You got to make the best of a bad situation.
With the momentum in the games, it seems like the last 2 games, when things started building up and started to snowball on you, why have you guys not been able to kind of flip it?
I think one of the things that hopefully will happen to this team, and I know it will, is just confidence. You know, especially with younger players. You know, all of a sudden you gain some confidence, and then that's when you turn things around. I loved how and they were close. They were really close as far as I loved how they started the game. Then they came back and scored, and then right back we came back and scored again. And they scored, then we drove it all the way down to the 1. And you know, those are the things that you hope you see. That all of a sudden, you know, we lean on each other as a team. If one side gives up a touchdown, the other one is ready for us to go out there and play. I think that confidence is what swings momentum, just to be honest with you.
Let's go one more. It seemed like Stephen Carr got more carries earlier in the game against Texas. Is that, has your rotation changed at all, or is it? No,
you know, one of the things that I think Stephen is really getting healthy. He's looking good in practice right now, and like I said, I'm going to try to force more touches on him as he gets healthier and confident. But you can see in the first 3 games his confidence is building. That the one run for the touchdown was what I was really waiting for to see, is to be able to put same foot, same shoulder, and power and explode through it a defender, and to be able to see that really makes you confident in it, putting him out there more. All righty, guys, thank you.